Welcome to W&L Sports Weekly. I'm Kevin Finch. This week we will visit with junior field hockey captain Kailey Fitzgerald, senior women's soccer player Emily Letting, and senior women's cross-country captain Sarah Hollen. But we start with a look back at the week of W&L athletics. Women's soccer improved to 13-2-2 overall with regular season victories over Ferrum and Randolph-Macon and an ODAC tournament quarterfinal win over Shenandoah last evening. Volleyball went 1-2 in the Emory National Invitational to move to 23-7 overall. W&L beat Hendricks but fell to both Birmingham Southern and Berry. Riding took first at the Lynchburg Invitational, and both swimming teams improved to 3-0 with wins over Lynchburg. Football defeated Emory and Henry 30-28 in moving to 7-1 overall, while women's soccer downed Hampton-Sydney in the ODAC quarterfinals to improve to 14-0-2. Both the women's and men's cross-country teams finished second at the ODAC championship race, and finally, field hockey beat Randolph-Macon and Virginia Wesleyan to finish the regular season undefeated for the first time in program history. They're now 15-0 on the year. And joining me now is the captain of the field hockey team, junior Kailey Fitzgerald, who hails from Chevy Chase, Maryland. Kailey, thanks for being here.
Of course, thank you.
Glad to have you. You are on a roll. Your team is on a 15-game winning streak, which is a record for W&L. And you're ranked 12th. That's another record. And you have the #1 seed going into the ODAC tournament. So how do you guard against letting down with all those things in your favor?
We're really proud of everything that we've accomplished this regular season, but we really look at the ODAC tournament as the start of a new season. And right now we're really just focused on our game for Thursday night because we know that anything can happen in tournament play and that Roanoke is a really tough team.
One thing not all field hockey fans may realize is that W&L has what you might call the true surface for field hockey, basically AstroTurf. A lot of schools don't have that. What kind of advantage does that give you as you enter tournament play?
Well, we're really lucky to have AstroTurf. Most Division III programs and all of the ODAC schools play on field turf. The biggest difference is really the tempo of the game because the ball moves a lot faster on AstroTurf. So we feel really lucky to be hosting the semifinal game and to be able to play on the field that we're most accustomed to. It's also a lot of fun to be at home and to be in your own locker room before such a big game.
I know you're focused on the tournament and only as far as the next game, but if we were to pause and look back at this amazing season, what stands out as the reason your team has had all the success it's had this year?
I think a lot of our regular season success can be attributed to our team chemistry. We're a really close-knit group, and we play best when we're playing together, so that's something we'll be looking to bring into our game on Thursday night.
Great. Kailey, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Here with me now is Emily Letting, a senior women's soccer player from Little Rock, Arkansas. Emily, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Glad to have you with us. Congratulations on a great start to the ODAC tournament. Generals were at home last night, defeated Shenandoah 2-1 in the quarterfinals. What helped get that W for you last night?
So Shenandoah plays a really unconventional style of soccer. So whenever we had the ball, we really had to focus on moving it together as a unit and finding the open pass and really concentrate on what we do well. And whenever they had the ball, our defensive line had to be really disciplined and kind of expect a long pass into the back line that could potentially go over and try to head that out and get it down and once again get back to our style of play. And I think we did that really well, especially our first goal. There was fantastic movement, and that was probably the prettiest soccer I've seen in my many years of playing, and I really think it showed.
Great. Going into the tournament, you're the #4 seed, and you're going to play the #1 seed, Virginia Wesleyan, in the semifinals Friday. And that's a road game for your team, but, and this is pretty important, you've already beaten Wesleyan in the regular season this year. So how does that early victory help your team confidence right now?
I would definitely say that it shows us what works against them and what doesn't work against them. And it has shown us what level of kind of grit we'll have to have because they're a pretty physical team. But I don't think that it necessarily gives us any extra oomph going into the game because we have to have that every game, and we know that. And we know that a win earlier in the season doesn't mean that we're going to get a win this Friday. And Like I said, everyone on the team knows that. So I think we're more focused on coming in with, hard work, grit. We're ready to be physical, and we're ready to, show them why we won the first time and show them why we'll win again.
Good. Let's talk about consistency. You're on a 6-game winning streak. You're 13-2-2 overall. And think about this, you're 7-1 at home and 5-1 on the road. What does that say about this team as you gear up for the biggest game of your season so far?
Yeah, I would definitely say that it shows that we have what they call in sports like a short-term mindset, that we don't look at the past and let those affect our future, that we've made small adjustments as a team that have helped us, come out with this recent win streak. And I would say that it definitely shows that our team is very concentrated and committed to achieving our end goal of winning the ODAC tournament. And it shows the adaptability and tenacity of each player and how much effort we're willing to put in individually for the betterment of the team. So I definitely think that that's going to be really important going into this weekend, but I would once again say that, we're not really focused on what's gone on in the past. We're really committed to what we're going to do in the future.
And good luck with that future.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Of course.
Now joining me is Sarah Hollen, a senior women's cross-country runner from Palmyra, Pennsylvania. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. So we're going to start with congratulating you on your top 15 individual finish in the ODAC Championship. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And on a very close second place finish for the team. Yet I have a sense that where your team place is not what you'd hoped for as that impressive championship streak ended. So what was the mood for this team, which is used to winning, on the way home from Bridgewater?
We were obviously disappointed, frustrated. We wanted to win, so we were sad to lose to Lynchburg, but I would say the mood was pretty upbeat and pretty celebratory because it was just a day to celebrate all that we've done this season, both on the course and off the course. And it really was a celebration of all our hard work, and there were great performances. And we can't help but look around at our teammates and just be proud of everyone and proud of all the work that we've done this season. And of course, having so many supporters there really helped too. So just we felt so loved, and that was wonderful. And then of course upbeat because we have things to look forward to for cross country still, and then for track.
And that's where I'm going next. So one of the things you can look forward to is the NCAA regionals and then possibly even nationals. So how do you prepare now for those regionals?
So preparing for regionals is just getting sharp, and we have a couple more workouts left before then. So focusing on the workouts and also focusing on doing the little things that will help get us ready, like getting sleep, fueling, hydrating, staying on top of work, and most importantly, just building confidence and keeping the support that we have for each other going so that we know that we're ready and confident when we're on the line at regionals.
Season comes down to these 2 big weekends, and they're coming up.
Mm-hmm.
November 13th for regionals and nationals just a week later. What does the team need to do to make its presence known at that high level of the sport?
I think what we need to do is just compete to the best of our ability because that's all we can ask at the end of the day. And if we leave it all out there, then we know that we've done the best that we can. And just to build a positive team culture to try and make that success sustainable so that we can hopefully get back to regionals, nationals, and perform well every year.
You kind of sound like a coach. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
It's time now for a look at the upcoming week. Tonight we have a pair of ODAC tournament quarterfinal contests, with men's soccer hosting Randolph and volleyball hosting Shenandoah. Also, wrestling travels to Ferrum. On Thursday, field hockey hosts Roanoke in an ODAC tournament semifinal game, while on Friday, women's soccer travels to Virginia Wesleyan for a ODAC semifinal contest. Volleyball would potentially host an ODAC semifinal game on Friday evening, while on Saturday, W&L could potentially host ODAC championship games in field hockey and men's soccer. Also on Saturday, football hosts Ferrum, and wrestling will travel to Messiah for an invitational tournament. And on Sunday, there is the potential for ODAC championship games in women's soccer and volleyball, while the basketball team starts their seasons. The men travel to Penn State Altoona, and the women play at Mary Baldwin. For W&L Sports Weekly, I'm Kevin Finch. Thanks for watching.